Morning, everyone. Yep, I'm still here. Anyway, I put a few things up on the community or whatever that's called, the post. Um, anyway, yep, I've been getting phone calls, you know, and more texts. Like I said, I like to know how these ones are getting through, but the ones that are supposed to don't. And my phone still gets hot when nothing's open. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, if anything pops up, it's called Bound Brook. Yeah. Or any phone numbers of 848-310-7911. There's an owner, but when I was looking at it, I was for a while, and different names came up. One was Angeline, or Eugene, Reiner, or I guess Renee. That's how you say it, but it's Rene. And it is under whatever Peerless Network is. But anyway, it's for Social Security. Oh, someone tried to, use, or something's wrong with your Social Security and blah, blah, blah. Even though that you don't collect it yet, you're not old enough, stuff like that, you'll get it. And it's also that the number, and just look it up. Look up that, and it gives you a bunch of numbers, who they belong to, and what they use. They use it for animal rescues, all kinds of stuff. Government, as you could see, they're tapping into all this, or hacking. And how are they? I already said that in my other videos. But that's one thing. Now, let's get back to what I did say in my other videos. Oh yeah, and I did. It just popped up along with what's coming, and the MFR one, and I forget the one in between there. I think alert or something. Anyway, I put up at least, 13 of them videos, but 5 definitely. In one of them, I mentioned that my ancestors put a curse. It's for protection, and that's for my family, which again I'm not going to say. On, and also on myself. So I put up in the playlist, I think 2 or 3 videos, and the last one is, they told me to mention that again, the kiss. You'll see it. It's a little, what happened in the movie. Anyway, the curse that my ancestors put on those ones who try anything will be cursed. Whether to scam, sell, or tap into, attach yourselves, or anything you tried to send to harm, any rituals, come near any of us, hack whatever, any of us, and much more, you will be cursed. That was put on my family and myself. So if you and whoever you get, your families and more, if you don't want to be cursed, have anyone of your family have to go through what was supposed to been broke, plus what you added to it, then you better not do it. And good luck trying to guess who my family is, because you will not know who I'm speaking about. So if you don't want instant karma plus that curse, well, better be sure you don't get them involved. In any way. Once you even think it, do any gossiping of doing and whatever else, right then you just got affected along with everyone you just got to join you, and all of yours and who are with you, families, will too. It don't matter if you're part of the older ones, that I've been dealing with, or the new ones. Because at one point, from one of them, the old or the new, you all knew each other. You're all tied in. Just saying, don't matter how all know and got each other. It's whoever gave the information, the lies, and whatever else. All of you will be affected. Now, it might be very small at first, or, it might just start huge and powerful. Either way, or either one, it will be powerful. So again, you better know who you're trying to come up against. Because if it is anyone of my family or any innocent ones, and it's for no reason at all, I will know about it. And spirit will know too, because they see everything. Now, I heard this, and this is true. And really, everyone should, think about it. I said this. This is about, the AI, and I told you to check into it, because this is what ones were saying and doing with it. I heard that, when you want to interact with humans instead, I mean, humans have a soul, a spirit, and they're alive. It's one thing, like I said, one's being creative, like those songs that are out. It's different. Some are funny, but it's not real. I mean, it looks real, but you could tell. But not the fake crap, you know. And most are lies that are being put out. Now, I heard that, if you want the old performers, like Elvis and, whatever, to do as a remembrance, of them, that's different. Or would you want, real humans to, this way you can see them and interact with people? It's like, who came up with it, to take over? It's like those movies that someone created, for entertainment, how the future is with some. It's called, they are sequels on how the movie is, not real life. What bots will, run everything, and cars and etc. will be driving in the air, to get to a place, right? And park up top, and then they'll walk or take an elevator down to the street. Really? It's a movie. And I rather drive on the street instead of the air. Because, I don't know, you can't just stop, when you have car sick. I mean, you can't just get out. you'll drop to the ground. I mean, come on. I saw that movie, and it was in another movie too. I can't remember what it's called. But other than that, it's also called Humans That Want to Be Lazy. To take from a movie for entertainment purposes, to make it real. So, if you want to be lazy, go ahead, but don't bring others into it. We are real. We don't want fake to count on, to protect us, to tell us the truth, as I said, for them to work. Because they get programmed by humans anyway, which, how do you know, or any of us, that it's not lies? Or if it glitches, what would happen? What can we do? Now, what happens if it glitches or whatever? That was in the movie too, and we couldn't, open up the door, or I forget what it was, and we had to wait until whoever knows how, a human, to do it. Come on. It's like, really? Make this make sense. Huh. Never did that before. Wow. Anyway, I mean, really, make it make sense. I rather interact with humans. I'm not saying that you can't with, whatever they're trying to do, but I'm just saying. Let's, all of us, have a heart, kindness, have feelings, and more. Remember, as a child, you saw things and thought to yourself, you won't do that. I said this before. When, you were bullied or bullies or whatever, you didn't do it. You thought, okay, how can you stop it? You remember how you were treated. You wanted to be an adult and not be like that. So why are there ones out there doing what you told yourself you wanted? What happened to making it better and helping others who go through what you did or saw? What happened to all that? What happened to, oh, I don't know, eating good food, that you don't have to worry about? Going to, the hospital, for like, minor stuff. Going to the doctors that actually, got to the root of things. Eating clean foods instead of, getting all these farmers involved, doing things late at night or whatever it is happening. I'm just hearing what I'm hearing. So I'm assuming things get done, you know, getting them involved, and then they get into trouble if they're not putting stuff on it to sell, which I don't think they would, because, they're trying to, do what everybody else does, trying to make money the right way. What happened to all that? You know, what about all these careers ones wanted to do, you know, to help others and show that you can do it and make a difference? Show, you know, what was done in the past, that whatever you did or whatever, you know, that you grew up and realized not to do it. What happened to all that ambition you had to make a difference and not to listen to ones who get you in trouble and don't have your back because they're blaming you because they set you up? You know, we're not supposed to be repeating things. You know, especially what our ancestors went through. Now, there's a thing that I put up also, that another thing is going around. HMV or something like that. It's on my community, but it's like a cold that turns into pneumonia and something else. I don't know. But guess what the kicker is? You have to wait it out, because they don't know how to treat it. Uh-huh. Okay. And as I said on it, they don't know how to treat it because, well, they changed the name of what it is. You know, it's some new thing. That's what they're calling it. Begins with an H. I don't know. But anyway, it's contagious. You know, stuff like that. And that bull hockey, whatever it's called, you want to say, along with that, I grew up with, oh, your child has that? Oh, well, why don't you bring them around this way? My kids can have it too. And, let's just get away, get it over with. Okay. Oh, why not? Let's send them to school and have, them kids have it this way. Everybody will get over it, and etc. Well, that's a bunch of bull. And today, a lot of people still do that. They don't care what they have. They'll just cough on you, sneeze on you, or come near you when they know that it's contagious, stuff like that. People do care about their health. They don't need someone that is contagious. I mean, it's one thing that if you have to work, put a mask on, or, try to stay away from people. And if you need to cough, it's called cover your mouth. And don't do things where people can get sick. And maybe, instead of everybody, thinking about only collecting money, what is happening, well, like I said, whatever's happening, spirit sees you, and whoever's doing it, you have plenty of chances to stop. I'm just saying. I'm told to, repeat that. And they know how much I can't stand repeating. But, since everything is being repeated and continuing, instead of, working on making things better and continuing what our ancestors built, and we have more resources and more things to work with, plus what we have already to make it better, but no. Why is it that we have to still be in the past and bring everything back where everybody has to be sick, or everybody has to be, I don't know, having all this junk all put in our foods and drinks and etc. Why? We still need doctors. We still need whatever. Everybody. It's not taking away from anybody. You still need them, even if you're healthy. You still need them. Whatever it is. At one point, everybody needs somebody. And I was told, because I was like thinking about it, you know, just thinking about it. As I'm giving out what I'm told to put out, we should be, and I probably repeat it too, I'm not taking away from light or, dark either. I'm just saying, you see, light and dark work together, okay? Naturally, to help us down here what side we're going to pick, okay? You're speaking about things being forced that even both sides are angry about. Because not only all are getting people involved, and now all are going to be hit really hard with this karma, plus your families. They're also getting in trouble too. And they're pissed. Mad. Sorry. I don't know if I could say that word, what I just said. I'm not repeating that. Because everything's being forced. Everything's being brought back. So how do you like me repeating? Because I'm saying it again. So how do you think everyone is realizing things are being repeated? You don't like it, right? Then stop. It's how you want to be treated, by how you treat yourself and others. Instead of being jealous, envious, and much more, greedy, repeating, and etc. Why? If you help someone, just take this. If you help someone, say put makeup on, but they do it different, and, they're not better than you. You could say, hey, maybe that's what you should be doing. I mean, I don't know. Everyone needs to start looking at things. What was that? Here. No. Was that you? Anyway, you need to start looking at things differently and more positive. Hold up. You need to start looking at things more positive. You got alone. And start, having things naturally instead of forced. Like I said, I'm not trying to, tell people what to do or whatever. It's spirit. That means underworld and heaven. God, Jesus, all your loved ones, ancestors. They're all angry what's going on down here. The lies are getting even more. People, thinking that, oh, well, it depends on their job or whatever. Oh, I have authority over you. Blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean that you have to be I almost said it, a blank about it. Or you work at somewhere and, oh, what? That's your opportunity to put things in, food because someone told you to. If someone told you to go jump off a bridge, would you? Do you think, well, it depends on how high the bridge is. Do you think, it doesn't matter anyway, because low or high, do you think you're going to live to collect that money? Do you really think you will? Get over here. Do you really think that? And what happens if you're caught? What happens if you get caught? I hope that you start, speaking like a canary. But do you think that they're going to come and help you? You know what they're going to do? Blame you. That's what they're going to do. I mean, really. See, they get all these people involved. Doesn't anybody ask? Why is it all these people are going after one person or, whatever? Don't you ever ask? Or putting stuff on foods, inside foods, or, whatever. Don't you ask? Why are we doing that? I mean, we have to buy that stuff. Don't you think that it's going to get, ask them. Do they have, it all stocked up? All the good stuff? Or is it, all of you that have it all stocked up? This way, you'll have all the good stuff. Do you ask, why is it that I'm feeling like this? I never felt like this before. Huh. What are they doing? Why does food taste different? I was never sick before, but now I'm getting sick. Oh, well, you going to listen? Oh, well, you're at that age now. It is a bunch of bull about age. It has nothing to do with it. Being at a certain age. Oh, it runs in the family. oh this, oh that. Bull. Now, looking young, that might run in the family, but it's something else too. It's being more, positive, helping others, and whatever, where you don't have the stress and the, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot more, but do you ask yourselves that? Oh, and, I'm also saying, you know, Spirit is proud that authorities are, looking into how things are happening, you know, and who's all behind it. I was just told that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. I mean, it must be because they just told me. So there you go. I don't know. So I heard it from God. So it is true. He sees everything. I mean, it's one thing of, we should know what's going on, but certain things. And, if you are part of, I'll just say, because, see, I got a text I heard my team told me about that, oh, they were looking for somebody, but one of my team was, talking, but they rather have spoken to them and etc. Blah blah blah, whatever. And when you are part of a certain, security, because why? Why did you say that? Because my team said that they were, my bodyguards or whatever. So you had to bring in, and about me being a gangster, you had to bring in that, yeah, you're under, something security. I forget what my team said. Something security, doing work in one country, but, it says that you have or at another country. And first of all, if you are working security reasons or whatever, I'm sorry, you just don't go blabbing. And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I know you were fake. Well, my team did, because I didn't speak to you or whatever it's called. This is what I'm saying. Other than the real ones, taking phones to the bars or whatever. One, you shouldn't have anything like that on your phone anyway. But then you have these ones, or I should say wannabes, saying that they are part. I had one threatened me one time. This is way back. That they were an actual, see, I'm not that type. Whatever. Even though I do know them, but, they're telling me that they were an actual, what I call myself, the MAFIA, gangster. First of all, one, you never tell somebody that you are, first of all. Two, I don't give a crap who you are. You do not threaten me when I don't know you. And I know you do not mess with them in the first place, which I never do. And they're not like that. They don't threaten women. They don't threaten men. They don't threaten innocent ones. This is how things get out. Because they want to be wannabes and they blab and they wonder when it catches up to them, they wonder, why is everybody following me? Why is it? I had one, thinking that my men were following, like this person. That's why they told me that they were part of, no. If my men were following you, you wouldn't know it, first of all. This is what I'm saying. You need to be, people better shut their mouths on stupid crap like that and start speaking out to stop these people or whoever. If you are working at a place where things are being done, like I said, start putting it out there for the right ones to get it. Get it out into the newspapers with their names, everything, what they're doing, who they're doing it to, or putting it on the foods and whatever. Get it out there. Because half of the time people don't know that things are being done to them. All they know is, what's going on? And too many people are getting in trouble because of people, don't like somebody or how they look or whatever, blah, blah, blah. All that needs to stop. If you don't like a somebody, really? Like somebody, keep moving. Don't try to get them in trouble. Because it will come back to you in many ways. instead of, getting actual citizen, you know, in trouble, trying to get them deported because, oh, you think what? They don't belong here when they're already a citizen? Or they've been working here, waiting and waiting for, I don't know, to become a citizen. They pay taxes, they do this, they do that. Why are you bothering these ones that never got into trouble and whatever? And now, as I'm told, the ones that are coming through, like that Uber that did whatever and did get deported, or I don't know where they went, who knows, shouldn't have been here. Shouldn't have gotten hired in the first place. Or maybe they met up with somebody and, they used their account. This is why I said you need to stop letting people use your accounts. Because do you really know them? And what they do? They're only getting you in trouble. That's what they're doing. People are, lending, taking money. Oh, sure, go ahead. You could use my car. You could use my account. You whatever. Well, first of all, you don't know what they're going to do. And how do you know that you're going to get your car back? Why? Because they paid you something? Duh. First of all, I mean, and they're using your account. Don't you like your job? Because more of these people do stuff. Like, what was it? Last year or the beginning of last year? I can't remember. It said one name, but someone else delivered. The one that was supposed to never delivered it. This is what I'm talking about. And things were open. Because I knew, of course, I told the authorities, my team knew about it, and everything. I mean, I wasn't there, I was delivering it to who is at my home. But the thing is, I called up. I didn't want to get the real ones, but, they shouldn't have given it to someone else, though. But I didn't want to get them in trouble. And hopefully that those ones actually said who. I mean, either way, they were found out anyway. This is what I'm saying. I had everything done. Again, this is not my first time going around the block or whatever, how you would say it. And let's take, again, all these ones who go to, nightclubs, bars, whatever. You're at the bar. You see, women or men by themselves, and then all of a sudden, people come up. Don't you check to see if they're putting anything in these drinks? Or say it's a routine. Same person, always helping somebody walk out. You never say anything to stop it. Why is it like, oh yeah, once, authorities come in, check to see, oh, did anybody see anything? Oh, now that I'm thinking of it, why is it has to be when something happens? When it could be stopped right then and there. When people see someone, putting something in as it's being made, why doesn't anybody say, hey, I should call 911 or, whatever, go, well, first do that, and then go to HR or whoever to put a stop to it, instead of, having all these stores, and most of them don't even get told they're still up. Hospitals don't even say anything once a couple comes in. I mean, right there, it's like, you should know. Plus, people knew that things were being put in. How come now it's just getting out, little by little? All that needs to be stopped. Plus, it's going to be stopped anyway because, like I said, Spirit sees everything, and all those names are on the orders. So I'm just saying, this stuff is serious. And when it comes to this, harming people for no blank reasons, this becomes where it needs to be stopped. And when people are only thinking about, money, 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 oh, let's get it in, whatever how you want to say it. But anyway, this is long enough. I said what needed to be said, But anyway, I hope this all makes people think, and this helps people. Because I know one thing. It took me a while The whole time I was growing up, I was always in the hospital or in and out, all the way up until I think I was, I don't know, about 20s. Until you've been into somebody's shoes, you know it's not fun. Where, most of the time, people only know as their home is a hospital or a doctor's office. That's not fun. Do things right. And people better stop saying that, well, in order for us to do something, to keep on having people come to us, we need to do this to make sure. That's a bunch of bull. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for listening. And sending lots of love and light and peace all around the world. And remember, this is our world. Nobody's going to stop us from making it better. Keep that in mind. Ciao.